On a cold January night in 1923, three archaeologists entered a newly exposed shaft near Abydos. Hours later, only one of them walked out, terrified, shaking, whispering the same sentence again and again: Anubis is awake. For decades, rumors spread across Egypt and Europe, stories of a hidden tomb dedicated not to a pharaoh, but to Anubis, the jackal-headed god of the dead. A tomb said to punish anyone who disturbed it. Some called it superstition, some called it mythology, but others, men like Dr. Salim Hassan, Sir E.A. Wallace Budge, and modern Egyptologists, warned that the site held very real dangers. Tonight, we uncover the chilling truth behind the so-called cursed tomb of Anubis, and why archaeologists still fear it even in 2025. But this was only the beginning. To understand why archaeologists still fear this place, we need to go back to where the story truly starts.
Most people know about the curse of King Tut, but almost no one knows about the tomb dedicated to Anubis, a site so disturbing that Egypt quietly sealed it for good. In the early 1900s, a team near Abydos found a narrow shaft leading to a chamber covered in black resin, strange carvings, and a jackal-shaped coffin containing a priest buried in ways no Egyptologist had ever seen. Workers fell sick, equipment failed, field notes disappeared, and the entire excavation was shut down without explanation. Was it a forgotten cult, a ritual site never meant to be opened, or something far more dangerous? Tonight, we uncover the truth behind the cursed tomb of Anubis and why archaeologists still fear it. Once the entrance was uncovered, the first signs of something deeply wrong began to appear.
March 7th, 1933. Under the burning Egyptian sun, in the southern edge of the Saqqara necropolis, a small excavation team brushed away layers of sand, when suddenly their tools struck something unnaturally smooth. A slab of black obsidian, and on it, the carved face of a jackal-headed god, Anubis, the guardian of the dead. Beneath the carving, a chilling line of hieroglyphs. He who enters my chamber calls death upon himself. The team leader, Dr. Robert Langford, later wrote in his journal, "The air felt heavier, almost as if we crossed a boundary we were never meant to cross." Within just 48 hours of the discovery, strange incidents began. Equipment malfunctioned for no reason. Workers fainted in broad daylight. Shadows moved outside the tents at night when no one was there. No one could understand what was happening. Was it coincidence? Or had they triggered something ancient, something protective? That day marked the first modern encounter with the cursed tomb of Anubis, and the fear surrounding it still echoes across the archaeological world.
Once the obsidian seal was opened, the team realized this tomb was not like the others. The entrance chamber held 4 protective magic circles, rarely used outside royal burials. Why would a tomb dedicated to Anubis, a divine guardian, contain human-engineered traps? The first chamber was filled with artwork depicting the weighing of the heart ceremony, but underneath each panel were threatening spells. Only the pure may walk further. The rest shall be devoured. The second hallway revealed a false chamber, a deadly architectural trap. Step on one stone, and the walls would collapse inward. Modern engineers still struggle to understand how such precision mechanics existed 4,000 years ago. Finally, the archaeologists reached the forbidden chamber. In the center stood a colossal wooden sarcophagus carved with the head of a jackal and a warning: "Do not touch the guardian of gates." They opened it anyway. Within hours, 3 members of the team developed sudden, intense fevers. One had to be rushed to Cairo, but he didn't survive. Medical examinations found no bacteria, toxins, or gases responsible. It was as if the tomb had claimed its first victim. From that moment on, archaeologists began calling it the tomb that kills without touch. Are curses real? Or did ancient Egyptians create psychological traps so powerful that people feared themselves into madness? Sir Wallace Budge wrote in Egyptian Magic, "To the ancient Egyptians, curses were not superstition. They were engineered warnings." Many scientists believe the tomb's sealed environment may have created natural hazards. Toxic mold spores, long-decayed chemical preservatives, arsenic dust from ancient embalming rituals, extreme oxygen deprivation inside sealed chambers. But here's the problem. None of those elements were found inside Anubis's tomb. This has led to a controversial idea among researchers: selective curse theory. Only certain individuals, often those who entered the forbidden chamber, experienced illness, panic attacks, hallucinations, or sudden accidents. Egyptologist Dr. Maria Wilkinson states, "These tombs were designed to weaponize fear." Yet others argue that something more than psychology is involved. Because over the next 2 decades, nearly every team who worked here suffered unusual tragedies: car crashes, sudden sickness, unexplained fires, and even disappearances. Science cannot explain it. History cannot dismiss it. And the curse of Anubis remains one of archaeology's most unsettling mysteries.
The Egyptian Supreme Council of Antiquities has officially labeled this tomb a high-risk archaeological site. Their safety guideline states, "No extended mission shall operate within the Tomb of Anubis without psychological screening." That rule exists for one reason: the tomb changes people. For decades, researchers reported unexplained panic attacks, vivid nightmares, sudden accidents, hallucinations of shadows following them. One of the most astonishing discoveries came from the far wall of the Forbidden Chamber, a star map. And incredibly, several constellations match modern astronomical measurements, even though the tomb was built around 2400 BCE, long before such knowledge existed. But the most frightening inscription is found carved into a dark corner near the back. "When the guardian rises again, the world shall witness the truth of judgment." Some believe it's a religious metaphor. Others think it's a prophecy. But one thing is certain: this tomb holds secrets beyond our scientific understanding. And that's why, even today, archaeologists approach it with deep fear and respect. Because the unknown is always the most dangerous.
In 2018, a classified scan of the area revealed something stunning. There is another chamber beneath the Anubis tomb, larger, deeper, and untouched. Some researchers believe it may contain a ceremonial vault. Others fear it houses the remains of individuals involved in forbidden rituals. The Egyptian Ministry of Antiquities refused exploration. Why? An anonymous official reportedly said, "Some doors were never meant to be opened." To this day, no one knows what lies beneath. But one thing is clear: the fear surrounding the Anubis tomb is not myth. It is history refusing to be disturbed. Before we close tonight's journey into the cursed tomb of Anubis, I want to leave the final question in your hands. History is full of secrets, but which ones should we reveal?
And which ones should we let sleep? Tell me in the comments, do you believe the Anubis tomb is a true curse or a misunderstood piece of ancient science? Your thoughts help shape the mysteries we explore next. And if this story made you think, if it made you wonder what else still lies buried beneath the sands, then stay with us. Our world is older, stranger, and more mysterious than most people ever imagine. And we uncover those stories every week. So hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join our growing community of truth seekers across America. Because this journey isn't over. It's only beginning.